Loneliness, so delicious when chosen, so excruciating when forced. Yet it is the same heart, relentlessly beating inside of your ribcage, beating for you just the same. It knows that your value is not dependent on other people granting you access. Your heart is wise enough to know that it can love you best by expanding and contracting, just as life does. Your loneliness is your gift. And if you've been feeling lonely in the past days or the past months or the past years, I'm here to tell you I understand. I really do. I moved far away from my home country and I live on a new continent, and I have been moving a couple of times and it's been hard. It's been very lonely. And even if I spend time with people, especially in groups, I usually don't feel like I belong. I usually don't feel like people really understand me or people can really see me or that I understand them. I feel lonely most of the time. And it has been the biggest burden that I had to carry in my life, now that I think about it. But over the past months, something has changed. And maybe it's just that I'm getting older, but I think it's something that I can communicate, and maybe it's going to help one of you. I realized that my loneliness is actually a portal. There is a reason why I am isolated right now. Because I'm prepared to step into the version of myself that I came here to be. Sometimes I would love to have a big friend group and just hang out with them every day. It looks really fun when I see it. But if I did that, I wouldn't have the energy and the focus and the insight that I have right now to make these videos, to make my music, to write poetry. And I'm not saying that this has to last forever, but I'm saying that loneliness is metamorphosis. If you feel like you've been isolated by God, take it as the gift that it is. It is harder to become your own person when you're really deeply interwoven with a group. You will have to discuss your opinions a lot more, and it's going to be harder to stand up for them in the beginning. That's why I believe we get isolated for a while, not forever, because we're still meant to be social, right? We're social creatures. But if we can lean into the reason of our loneliness being a preparation and a time of deep introspection and inner growth and expansion, it doesn't feel so dark anymore. The only darkness that we face in loneliness is our own. It's the times that we have abandoned ourselves. It's the times that we haven't spoken up for ourselves or our boundaries. It's the times when we valued somebody else's opinion of ourselves more than our own. This is the kind of darkness that we're facing when we get lonely. But if you can sit with it, and if you can take it for the gift that it is, it will give you peace. It will give you clarity. It will give you self-love. It will give you a kind of respect for yourself that you didn't have before. And it will give you the assurance that you can be with yourself. Because sometimes we have to be forced into the things that are actually fulfilling to us. And I'm seeing it now. Like, I've been feeling lonely for all my life, but even more in this year. And just recently I realized, wow, but I can be with myself. And now I choose to be with myself more than with others. I have friends. I can't see them if I want to. But I'm choosing this space that can be uncomfortable and dark and cold at times. Because I know there's something in there for me. I know I'm meant to do something with it. Only with space can we start receiving the nudges, the downloads, the inspiration to what we're really meant to be doing on this earth. It usually, of course there's exceptions, but usually it doesn't happen in the crowd and in the noise. It happens in the space that comes with loneliness, that we are faced with ourselves, and that we can see ourselves without needing it to be validated by others. You can form your own opinions, you can think your own thoughts until the end. Nobody's talking in between. You have time to go into yourself, to ask yourself questions. What do I think I am doing here? What's something that I really want to do? What would be the best case scenario for my life? How do I want to live? What I'm seeing a lot is people who are very social and who are in a very deeply interconnected social group, which can be very beautiful. Like, I'm not saying give up your friends. I'm just saying if you stop being an individual and if you stop having your own thoughts, I think that's a problem. Because you came here by yourself and you're leaving by yourself. And I think friendships, in the best case, should be based on mutual respect for each other's opinions and differences. So what I'm seeing with these social groups is sometimes it's almost impossible for the individuals to dare to look within to see if they agree with the group, because they might be terrified to be exiled. If you're lonely already, you don't have that problem. You're already lonely. That sounds ridiculous, I know, but it is a gift in that case. You don't have to be scared anymore of forming your own opinions and of finding your own path and of making your own decisions, because you don't need to be approved by anyone. You know that you can be with yourself. And the interesting thing that happens when we do that and when we step into the person who we really are and who we choose to be is we start attracting the kinds of people who are the same. They have done their inner work, you have done your inner work, and now you can meet. And these kind of friendships and connections are going to be so much deeper than anything that's born out of a social rhythm, in my opinion. I might be completely wrong. Whatever, this is just my experience. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're meant to be lonely forever. I'm not saying you will be lonely forever. I'm not saying just put a happy face sticker over it and, go on with your life. No. I'm saying see the gift that loneliness really gives you. It gives you the freedom to develop yourself without a mirror of a social group. You can become who you were meant to be. And then you can re-enter society as the person that you choose to be. There's no pressure. But people are waiting for you to be you. People are desperately waiting for people who are in their power, who love themselves so they can love others. People are desperately waiting for examples to see what it means to carry your light and to shine your light. So if you've been isolated, see it as God's preparation for your purpose. Use the time wisely. Don't just watch Netflix. If you watch Netflix, that's totally fine, but don't just do that. Find a way to communicate with yourself. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's journaling, maybe it's some other form of like mirror work or parts work, or there's so many different things. Go to therapy, listen to podcasts, watch videos, read books. Learn to surround yourself with the kinds of energies that you want to have in your life, even if in that moment it's just a YouTube video. Because they will start manifesting in physical reality the moment that you step into your version 2.0. I can testify to it. But I can also be alone. I've had enough practice. And I would rather be alone with myself and enjoy and nurture myself and communicate with myself and grow my own light and purpose and work on the things that I want to do, like the videos, the art, whatever else is coming up. I would rather do that than be in the crowd just to be in the crowd, but feel incredibly lonely. I think so many people are doing that, and I understand. I've been there. I've done this for most of my life. But that is when you start thinking there's something wrong with you. Because you're like, why is everybody enjoying this and I'm not? Why is everybody having fun and I'm not really? Why does this feel so empty to me? What is wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. Hear the call of loneliness and take it seriously. Because this is the time in your life where you will encounter the most growth, the most light, the most purpose, and you will become a butterfly. That is metamorphosis. The butterfly doesn't know it's meant to be a butterfly. It thinks it's like a little caterpillar. And then it's like, oh my God, what is happening? This is so weird. Why is this so? I feel claustrophobic. It's so dark. Nobody's here. Wait, what? That's part of the evolution. And you're in it. But you're meant to be a butterfly. You can't stay a caterpillar forever. And it takes courage. But this is meant for you anyways. Stop fighting it. Start embracing it. It's going to be much more fun. And you will gain so much more from it. I'm sending you so much love for this path. I know it's a specific one. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. But I'm here for you. And there's so many of us going through this. You are not alone in your loneliness. We're all going through it together. And we're coming out on the other side as the person we were meant to be all along. Nothing compares to that feeling of being like, damn, I'm stepping into myself. I am my own individual human being. I'm stepping into my purpose. I'm finding ways to create the kind of life that I am proud of. You cannot do that while you're part of the general noise. You have to go into your sanctuary, into yourself. You will thank yourself for it. And like I said, you're in it anyways. If you're lonely right now, use it. Be grateful that you have it. Some people will never heal silence until they're under the earth. And maybe for them that's the right path. But I think for me, I'm very grateful that I got isolated so much. Because it forced me to look within. It forced me to find myself. It forced me to step into my purpose. And this is the most beautiful journey ever. And don't forget, even the butterfly can't see its own wings. People see your beauty. People see your power. People see your energy. People see your heart. You can't see that, but they can. So be brave, be courageous, love yourself enough to use this time wisely, and come out of it on the other side as the most beautiful version of yourself that you can even imagine. And it's going to be 10 times better, I promise. My name is Veda. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.